Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Griefdrums, and today we're going to be taking a look at a new series that I'm starting called What Was He Thinking? Pretty much this is just going to be me reviewing gameplay that I have got, going over pretty much full rounds and explaining to you why I did what I did and where I went wrong, where I went right, to hopefully make you a better player, to hopefully learn from my mistakes or, you know, improve on what I have done right. So let's get to it. So at this point, obviously playing as Jaeger, I want to put my ADSs out fairly quickly. I've decided to set it further back from the wall, just so that anyone throwing grenades in doesn't have a clear line of sight onto this. Glaz can't take it out from the window. And I'm also putting barbed wire out. I'm putting barbed wire at the top of the stairs just to slow anyone down, and if anyone's trying to peek around that corner quickly, our guys are going to hear them. The second ADS I chuck down in the room because you can guarantee someone's going to hunker down in that corner, especially if they try pushing the room hard. And with the third ADS, I decided to put it down in the corridor to try and protect the barbed wire that's out there. There is a Twitch drone there that I missed. Base managed to take it out. And I've decided that because of the first attacking round that they had, a lot of them decided to push the kitchen area. I'm going to hunker down towards the bedroom and try and guard this bit, just for a bit of a late roam. At this point, I hear someone in the back, so I decide to ADS. Thatcher comes running into my line of sight, and I managed to kill him fairly quickly. Purely because of the fact we didn't have any roamers, Thatcher decided it was going to be clear. It wasn't. The double door's gone outside of the kitchen, so I decided to keep an eye on that. It's only been one punch, so no one's going to be vaulting through it anytime soon. But by keeping a tight line of sight on it, I'll be able to light someone up. As you can see, I shot a little bit early. I expected their head to be further through that than it was. And then I decided to hunker down behind the bed, which isn't going to defend me at all because you can just shoot through it. By pre-firing me, they've taken me down to 12 health, so that was a bad decision. Base is shooting them from there. I don't know if there's a second one there. I think there might be. So I decide to head off towards the back, assuming it's clear. Base has just put out the call that Montana got him from the kitchen. So by pushing out onto the wing, I'm hoping that he meant the double, but he doesn't. I then get stuck on the wall, and I've been detected so they all know where I am. But we've got a fair amount of intel here. We know that Montaigne's over towards the kitchen. We know that one's pushing from the front because of a call that we've had. So they're currently working through the kitchen. So I decided to go downstairs. I'm crouching as opposed to running, purely because of the fact that there's no carpet here. It makes a lot of noise if you're running on this. And with no shooting going on, I don't want to be making a lot of noise because nothing will be masking that sound. As I get to the bottom of the stairs, I can hear people at the top of it. So I decide I'm going to hold a really tight angle as opposed to running up there quickly. Now, the attackers only have about a minute left, which sounds a long time, but that will go down very, very quickly. The attackers only have 3 people, and we've got the man advantage, even if I am low health. And we have 2 people in the room, definitely, are both on comms, so they can inform me what's going on. By holding this really tight angle, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot, but I'm going to be able to see when people go past, and then know when to make my push. Because of the size of the angle here, I decide to cut it down even more because I'm not going to get any shots off on people. So I've got an even smaller angle. Now, they will not see me here. I will just see them. But that's about all that can happen at this point. Now, I can definitely hear someone in the kitchen moving around. I'm not exactly sure who it is, but I'm just going to be patient. There's at least one there, so I need to wait for them to go past before I make my push. There they go. I've seen them go. Now, the barbed wire has obviously been taken out. I can no longer hear anyone on the left, and there's only 12 seconds left. So I push him around the corner, I get Ash, I catch Montaigne out, and then someone calls out that Twitch is at the front. I peek, pre-fire, and get the kill. Despite only having 12 health, the enemy couldn't do anything. They had to ignore me, and they had to push on to the objective. So I just played the patience game, waited for them to run out of time, and then killed them all. This next game, we're 3-0 up. I'm playing as Hibana, and I've decided to use 2 charges on the wall, on the main wall, just to open it up. Now we've got a bit of an entry point, and I catch Mira just off guard inside, and unfortunately don't land enough shots to kill her. I did see the Frostmat there, and I've seen a Valkyrie that's just spotted me. They've given that away. And I decided to take the Frostmat out just because if anyone jumps through out that window later in the round and I'm dead, they're going to have something else to worry about. I can take it out from here. No problem. At this point, Kavera's just shot out of the cash room that I'm currently stood on top of, so I know they've got at least one roamer over there. I managed to tell it was Kavera by the gun that came up at the top right and also the sound of it. But there's not a whole lot she can do for me, so I decided to open the top right of the wall to get a little bit of a view into the shower itself, just to catch any defenders that might be over-peeking.
Frost is in the hallway, down by the gym.
At this point, I'm moving around the room just trying to case it and see whereabouts people are, see if I can catch anyone off guard, and I decided to fire a few shots through the bed in case there's someone lying down on the other side of it. Unfortunately, however, that was to no avail. There was no one there. Here we see Kavera jumping out. She's getting a bit bold. There's only 2 of us and 4 of them, so they've got the man advantage by 50%. I decide to keep an eye out just in case she comes out again, but I'm a little bit worried, so I decide to drop down as we hit 1v4. I try looking for her to clear her out, and she gives away her position by shooting, so I pre-fire the only hole that she's going to come back in through. Because I knew she was over here, I had to do something about her. I couldn't ignore it. But time is running low, so after I've cleared her out, I've decided to push through the building because most of the people in the objective are going to be watching that reinforced wall thinking that I don't have enough time. I take the camera out, which is a bit of a risky move considering they weren't on it. They may have heard where I'm coming from. But by pushing up the stairs, I can then get a bit of a line of sight onto the doorway. They're not expecting to see me. I decide to move back into cover a little bit, being careful of where my laser is. Manage to land a headshot and decide to bail again, just to keep them guessing. If I push the top of those stairs, there's 3 ways that they can shoot me from. And I've not got time to drone this out, unfortunately. Base has called that I can get in through logistics. I've only got 17 seconds, so by the time I rappel up there, clear it out and push through, it'll be too late. I hear something over to my left as I case the room. Pulse pops his head up, just in time for me to kill him before Mira shoots me. Unfortunately, as you can see, Mira had 2 or 3 health. If I'd have killed her earlier in the round, I'd have won that, but it's just unfortunate. Hopefully this helps you out a little bit. That's all we got time for this particular video, but if this is something that you enjoy and something that you think you would benefit from, let me know down in the comments below and I'll look at maybe doing a few more videos like this. If there's something in particular you want to see, you want to learn more about roaming, or you want to learn more about hunkering down in the room, chuck that in the comments below as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. If you don't already, please consider subscribing for all things Rainbow Six, as well as some Ghost Recon. But until next time, guys, stay reckless and relentless.